What's up with that? Oh, let me stop the music before it happens. Let me start the music before it happens. I'm so happy tonight. I'm sitting here with these Smarties. I had one candy bar that I should have kept the wrapper for. Ew, did not like it at all. Ew, sorry, Rob Morocco, sorry. Wait, hold on a second. Is that you? Ooh, oh, David sent me a video that I'm going to sing a song to, and hold on, everybody. Let me get over here and do the. I gotta sign us in so that we're all caught up and all that stuff. Glasses need to be. Where's my spray? This is what I need. I need my spray for my glasses. 11:11 with Jenna. What's going on, everybody? Are you eating? Are you drinking? Are you having a good night? Are you Ozarking? Did you watch Tinder Swindler yet? Monday Night Movie Club, Tinder Swindler. Ooh, it's a good one. Who's here? There's a comment. I have a feeling it's William D. Lindemann. Hold on, these are my blue blockers, but I still like them to be clean. Who's William D? Hi, Patty. Hey, Florida girl. Jacqueline, what's up? What's up, everybody? Tonight, what's up is popcorn. You watched it, William D? It'll make for great conversation for Monday night. That's for darn sure. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I need to make this go public first. So it's public, done. And then I need to move some things around my phone so I can get to them a little bit quicker. I need to streamline this whole process, but I'm learning. I'm always learning. And I'm learning that I need to edit the post and do this and go like that and go like that. And sometimes it takes a while. And then I share the show on a page. What page do I share it to? I share it to I know. Oh, it's taking a long time to get there. And I don't know why. I can do that later. But I can share the show. Go away. Go away. What's going on? Discard. No, not that. Share. And I can share it to a page. And I'm going to share it to my friend's timeline. And my friend's name is Gina Melita Popcorn. Ladies and gentlemen, she's waiting patiently. Chef Gina Melita in the house. Gina Melita. Hello. I sprayed them and everything, and they still look. Because I'm around, work with a lot of glues and stuff. So I something like that should be cleaned beforehand. Tomorrow morning, Armando Ortega. Tomorrow night, Displaced and Shared. Then the next day, one more Saturday morning with Jeff Metzger. That night, one more Saturday night with Gary Lambert. And then Sunday morning, Lee Ann Mackey Bartz, nurse extraordinaire, will be in the house. She'll be at her house. I'll be at my house. You'll be at your house, maybe, or somewhere else, someone else's house. Watch the show. Share the show. Hello. Yeah, make it. Whoa, there you go. Now just unmute. And introducing Zoom apps. She's getting there, everybody.
Okay, got it. Hey, y'all. Sorry, that took just a second because I got nervous and had to tap into your Facebook. And then right as I tapped in, it said, Gina. And I'm like, oh crap, I'm not on Zoom.
Oh, right. Hello.
I can't because I can only do so much at once on the, on my iPhone. Sorry, I'm a little chilly here at the house. I'm gonna take my scarf off, but. Whew.
You're chilly or you're hot?
Well, I was chilly before, put my scarf on, and then I got warm because I was running around a little bit beforehand, just getting everything together.
I know, I'm excited. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm terrific. Yeah, really good. It's very rainy here right now. My street is flooding, but that's because it's under construction. But so is everywhere, so I'm not special here. Everything is under construction, but that's a good thing. It means we're getting stronger, right? Got to break it before you fix it, right?
Hola.
Right? Hola.
Hello, Rob Morocco. So I just have to tell Rob something really quick. Rob, one of those candy bars was weird. My friend Rob Morocco gave us this candy bar. See, I like it so much I kept the wrapper. But there was one that tasted like, it had like jelly kind of consistency. Yeah, there's still glue on this. Rachel. Oh, cool. Hi, Rachel. Anyway, everything else has been really fun so far. He gave us a whole pile of Canadian candy. And I really should have kept the wrapper, but I didn't. And then one of them tasted like a Clark bar. If you candy people out there remember Clark bars, kind of Butterfinger-ish, but more Clark bar. Anyway, I had like, it was kind of jelly-like inside. And my mom and Mitch and I were all three like, maybe Turk. Yeah, you kind of pulled it apart and it was not jelly.
Oh, that's Turkish Delight.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. It's like jelly on the inside and sugary on the outside. And it like kind of has this exotic sort of deep figgy taste to it. Yeah, that's Turkish Delight. It's not for beginners. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's it's
not a fan. It's pure sugar, but people love that. It's all good.
Turkish Delight. That's exactly what it was. But is it called a Turk, Rob Morocco? Hello, Julie Luce. What's shaking, lady? But this one is good. Have you ever seen? This is what they call their smart. Oh, he thinks it was
Smarties. In Maine, they call them Smarties.
Smarties. But these Smarties are different.
True story.
These are different. These are like M&Ms.
Chocolate.
Yeah, our Smarties aren't like this.
No. Good. They're like sugary tart stuff, right? I don't know. I don't eat candy much. So good to see you. So what are we doing, Jenna?
We're gonna make some popcorn.
Yeah, girl. No, who doesn't love popcorn? Why wouldn't we?
But I was wondering, I bet it was a Wonder Bar, a Big Turk. It was the Big Turk. I had some ideas. So today on, well, if you guys have any cooking questions, how about you give us what's something that everybody needs to learn, but we don't really.
Oh God, how to make a pan sauce, for the love of God. Yeah, how to make a simple sauce or a simple dip. Okay, a simple dip.
Okay, for like a Super Bowl dip.
Yes, okay. 100%. And you know what? What's funny is this happened tonight to me. So this is very relevant and very timely, right? So my son was like, I'm going to the grocery store, and I'm like, okay, so I'm going to get some stuff. What do you want? He said, I like those chips with a lime on them. They're, what's the brand? Tostitos lime.
Tostito lime.
So they make all the dips taste good. I'm like, okay. Well, of course, I get to the grocery store. They have a special on Tostitos chips. And I missed out. All they had left was plain. Because I went at like 8 o'clock, because I'm late. And I was like, shit. So well, maybe I'll buy him some lime dip. Well, of course, I'm a chef. And I'm like, let me read the ingredients on this lime dip. I mean, of course, the first thing you think as a mom is like, make it fast, make it cheap. And then as a chef, you're like, ugh,
I must
I can
make
do this
lime dip.
myself.
Who's ever made lime dip in their life? Lime dip.
Well, you all will soon because this shit is the bomb. So I read what's in it. It wasn't lime dip. It was like some kind of, Mexican chili bullshit dip. And I'm like, oh, it has every ingredient I have in my refrigerator and my spice cabinet. And I could probably make it better without all the preservatives, right? So what the main ingredients, 3 main ingredients in any dip, and I mean, I've been knowing this since culinary school, like a million years ago, are these things: sour cream, mayonnaise. That makes a salad dressing. Okay. So when you add sour cream and mayonnaise and then you put cream cheese in it, that makes it a dip. The cream cheese makes it thick.
So
and then
wait. La, 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 la.
Yeah. Sorry.
Mayonnaise in salad dressing?
Mayonnaise, sour cream.
Salad dressing.
That makes a creamy salad dressing from, ranch, a lot of other things.
Okay.
But that's the primary ingredients. Of course, ranch also takes buttermilk for the flavor, this and that, but that's the primary ingredient in most dips. And to make it a really thick dip, you add cream cheese. So lots of dairy going on, lots of fattiness. That's why it tastes so good. And of course, you can always add a plain yogurt in place of the sour cream. You can add other things. You could do a pureed tofu in place of the cream cheese if you want to go a little bit more on the vegan side. But I'm saying for the heathens like me.
Melissa King and I do not like mayonnaise.
Okay, so don't add it. Just go with straight up sour cream. But if you want something more savory, I would recommend like having something, whether you like to puree a nice silken tofu or a cauliflower, or simply just go with straight sour cream, because that's delicious and tart, but I'm telling you what the classic combination is, those 3 things. Yes.
What about Greek yogurt instead of sour cream?
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. Perfect. See, Greek yogurt is so thick. I hate to eat it. To me, it's like sitting down with a bowl of sour cream. I'm like, why would anyone do this? So to me, yogurt is a natural product that is thin and fluid and tart and delicious. Greek yogurt to me is like sitting down with a bowl of sour cream. So, and I don't do that. I'm not on my off day. No. So yes, by all means, please put Greek yogurt for the sour cream, because that's perfect. 100%. Okay.
So it's a lime dip. Go back to lime dip.
Yeah. So I thought, okay, well, what makes a lime dip limey and delicious? So I thought, well, the kid had plain tortilla chips. So I thought, okay, chili lime, right? So I bought some limes, of course, and I have some pasilla chilies here at the house that are dry. And I had already kind of put them into a Cuisinart to make them chopped up a little bit. So they were chopped up already. So basically I had some pasilla chilies and some limes and all my ingredients to make a dip, which are mayonnaise, sour cream, and cream cheese, unless you want to substitute other things, which are also good. So I zested my lime, because you always zest any citrus before you use it, you zest it, because the zest is the most important, most delicious part. Even if you don't use it today, you can use it later, put it in a Ziploc baggie and put it in your freezer, because it holds great.
You zest the whole lime?
The whole stinking thing. Use whatever you want now and save the rest for later. But it freezes great, saves all the essential oils. And so I zested the lime, squeezed half of it, used half the zest, and put it into my little dairy mixture there of things. And then took my chopped up, they're roughly chopped, but kind of gritty, we'll say pasilla chilies, because they're dry. I just warmed them in a little bit of water in the microwave for like 30 seconds in a little water just to soften them up. And then I took a little bit of, when I say a knife tip, I mean, you can't even measure this amount, the teeniest amount of ground clove. And you say, why, Gina, why would you do that?
Did you say clove?
Why? Yeah, because it makes everything better in the smallest amount, especially things like chilies. Chilies love clove, the teeniest amount, the teeniest. And so a nice tip of that, and then the zest and the juice of half, the pasillas. Oh, his dad, I'm sorry, but my son who asked for these wonderful chips and their every other toppings, his fiance grows these beautiful.
Who's fiance?
My son's father's fiance.
Okay.
Right?
I thought your son.
He came to visit over Christmas. It's another story. I feel like I have to give. Okay, let me put it this way. A friend of mine has a farm that grows these wonderful garlic cloves, which are like the size of my face, pretty much.
What?
Yeah, they're massive in North Georgia. And so I get a big bag of them every year. And so we spend, they're cured, so they last like 6 months. They sit on my counter. So I grated about a half of one of those into it too. So good garlic is what I'm trying to say here. Some good fresh garlic. Yay. Good fresh garlic. And then and just stir it up. Yes. Okay. Jenna has a question.
Well, one friend is asking what does zesting means.
Oh, that's a terrific question. Hang on. I'm not going anywhere. I have to get my zester out of the sink because I just used it. Okay. So zesting. Okay. So I have a line. Hold that thought. I love these questions. That makes me so happy because I'm so.
If anyone else has questions, please raise your hand.
Oh, please, no, this makes me happy. So this is a lime, right? And the outer is very green. And if you cut into it, the middle of it is white and the center of it is really super juicy. And that's like the outside is called the zest. The middle is the white part is called the pith. And the center, it's called, it's like, we call them, it's the juicy part. I don't know. It's a good part. A lot of times it's called that the lemons. If you just separate those out, they're called the lemon supremes. So we'll call that the supremes. Yeah, but that's a way of cutting it. But I'm not going to get into that right now. So the zest, hon, is the green part on the outside. The reason we separate it from the white part is because the green is full of, and this is true for all citrus, whether it's orange, lemon, or grapefruit, or any other of the beautiful citruses, that has all the intense flavor and all of the oils in it, where you get the maximum essence of the citrus itself. So when we zest it, and they make these wonderful tools called hydroplanes, they're not called hydroplanes, they're called microplanes. Hydroplane is what we do in the rain, my bad. Microplanes, where you can take off just the zest. I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to ruin the integrity of the fruit, but you take it off on the outside and put it into whatever you're making, and it makes it way more delicious. So the outside of a citrus is equally as valuable as the inside. It's only the white layer that is not good raw,
but not tasty.
Not tasty, right? Yeah, not exactly, not good raw. When you preserve a citrus, then it becomes more delicious, but it needs care. It needs care. So yeah, zesting means you're taking off the outside without getting down to the middle part. Okay, so I love that question. So yes, zesting, and then so we mix all that. So any more questions?
So when you're zesting and you're grating, can you grate citrus and not destroy it?
When you're zesting it,
when you like you know how the grater, okay, so a grater, when you have the kind that stands up and there's a
box grater. Yes.
A box grater.
Yeah. The problem with that is that it has to be a very fine, that's why microplanes are so good. It has to be very fine for citrus. You can, but you will tend to get more of that pith in there, more of the white, and that's where you get the bitterness. So you can, but you have to be careful. You have to be careful using a regular grater. And honestly, the ones that look like somebody took a nail and punched through them, they do nothing. They literally do nothing. They're good for taking the calluses off at your heels, and that's kind of it. I honestly, like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, hang on, hold that thought. My best box grater is right down here. At least it was yesterday. I might have washed it. Oh, there it is. So This is a great box grater. Okay, the best. See, it's actually a box. It's not shaped like a cone. It's not the shape of a pyramid. And every single side is useful. This is a professional box grater. And I recommend everybody take a screenshot because this is the boom. That's all you need. Look, this is like real grating. This is real shredding. This is real slicing. And this is actually, you can use this as a microplane, this side. And you hold it like this. The reason this is so terrific is because you see these handles? You hold it like this and it rests up against your forearm. So you can do this and you don't get a weak wrist. This is a real honest to God. That's why they call it a box grater. So
what's the difference between those two places to grate? To me, they look similar.
Well,
not that one, obviously.
It's the shape. It's this. This is actually, it's a great question. This is like it's flatter and actually has a wavy edge so that it shreds in a way that is finer. It's finer. It's more like it's a finer texture. And then this is just round holes. And so it comes out more like a fine julienne. And this is more like it's actually thinner, so it melts faster.
I never thought of that. It's thinner,
yeah.
So it melts faster.
This is the greatest. This is the one. I mean, I would.
You're
love
in
my
love
box
with
shredder.
your box shredder.
Oh, dude, it's a thing. It's a thing. Girls in their tools. It's true.
That's so cool. I love that. And is it simple to find this particular?
It should be. It should be. I recommend if anyone is looking for serious, but not expensive, culinary tools, they go to webstaurant.com. You'll find all the good stuff. And it's at industry prices. Very inexpensive. You do not need a business license to shop there. Do not go to Williams-Sonoma. Go to Webstaurant. It's obviously online. They have everything. They're the best. I mean, I buy that stuff for the school I work at because it's the best prices on most things. And you don't have to buy 100 to get a discount. But if you buy 100, you get a discount.
So we should all buy. Let's get 10 of our friends to tell 10 of our friends, and let's all buy box shredders.
I'm telling you, it will change your life. If you do things like you want to, okay, so I'm this person that I know I can buy pre-grated cheese and it's really easy and I love it, but every time I buy it, all I can taste is like, it's kind of starchy because they put in this non-caking agent and it's kind of got that white shred. With this, it doesn't hurt your arm to actually shred it yourself. You get a higher quality product that lasts longer. I'm not even kidding. I mean, I know I sound like I'm some sales rep, but I'm not kidding. It's real.
What kind of pans do you use?
I'm sorry?
What kind of pans do you use?
I am a 100% dyed-in-the-wool, all-clad believer. However, I cannot afford all the all-clad, though I have been able to find, I don't even know where you find them not commercially, though there are a lot of towns where you can buy non-commercial. You can be you can be an individual without a commercial license, but you can buy commercial grade cookware. So all clad, if you buy the stuff with aluminum on the outside and stainless on the inside, it's a lot less expensive. I found some good all clad things at where was I? Marshall's. I mean, I'm not kidding. So hold that thought.
Hold that thought.
Show and tell.
Are you in New Orleans?
Okay, so
come be on the show sometime.
So here are my 3 favorite pans. Okay, this one I bought about 6 months ago at Marshall's. It is an all clad, and it is it's a non-stick 10-inch. And I bought it because my son and I love fried rice so much that I make it all the time. And I can't make it in a small 8-inch non-stick, but it isn't Teflon. It's something better. And it was like $25, and it was one of the best. I actually didn't buy it at first because I was worried that I was spending too much money on a pan. I'm that cheap. And so I went back like a month later and they still had a bunch of them and I bought it. Great. So it's non-stickish, but it's large. for good things, and you can
Beautiful.
cook anything in it. Notice, most important part, metal handle. You can put it in the oven, right? To me, that is prerequisite. Also notice the beautiful grommets there that are holding the handle on. That means it's not held on by faith and a screw. It's really, it's a real pan. All right, so I still treat it with care and love. I always put a towel down on it before I put anything on it. I want to preserve the nonstick surface, but it is terrific. You can make omelets, frittatas, paella, fried rice, anything in this. I've cooked ribs in this. Everything. I can anything in this. It's a beautiful pan. $25. The other two, these two have history. These are saute pans. I haven't gotten to the pots yet. These have history. When my very first chef's job here in New Orleans, anywhere was here in New Orleans, lead chef, not cooking, but lead chef, executive chef, if you will. All I wanted, they didn't have any budget. I said, all I need are 2 10-inch all-clads and 2 8-inch all-clads, and whatever you got left here right now, and I can do anything. And I did. So when that restaurant closed a few months later to become something else on Decatur Street, I took a big fat garbage bag and I filled it full of a couple of things that I loved, and right on top were these 2 things. And I've had them ever since, and that was 1994. So they're a few years old, and look at them. Perfect. They've made everything in my life. And if these pans could talk, baby, they could tell a story. And you know what's even funnier? I didn't take both sets. I didn't even take 4. I didn't take 4 pans. I took 2 because I'm like, if my restaurant only needs 4 pans, I only need 2. I've had them ever since. Yes.
What about cast iron, and what about revereware?
Love cast iron so much. I'm all about it. Actually, I have more of that, but it's so heavy. I'm worried about I love cast iron. Cast iron is terrific. Don't be afraid to actually run some water around a well-seasoned cast iron pan. Don't scrub it with soap. Don't get that. But if something gets stuck, you can rinse it. If it doesn't come up, the thing about cast iron is make it like it's oil and salt in a pan if it's sticky, and
like
then like it becomes a paste, and then you use the paste as a way to scrub it. But I love it. I use it for a lot of stuff. Enough. What's that?
That's not clean enough. You know, that's not sanitizing the pan.
Oh, anything over 190, anything over 190 degrees is sanitizing a pan. That's sanitizing a pan. I mean, that's pasteurizing. It is like, you're cleaning it. So
I mean, like, people still like to use, I don't use soap and water on my cast iron, but some people like to have their pans.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I understand that, but a lot of people worry about getting any water in their cast iron pans, and it's okay to put a little in there if it's well seasoned. If it's well seasoned,
sometime you could come on the show and you could season a pan.
I'm really bad at it, but that's okay. I can do it. I'm bad at it, but I can do it. I mean, I can also sharpen a knife, but it's going to take me a while. I mean, I'm good at it, but it takes me a long time.
So when I'm using a cast iron pan, I like to cook. I cook almost everything in it, but I also have this enamel pan up here that I love a lot. You just got to put a lot of butter in or a lot of oil in, right?
I think the way to do it, here's how I really love to season my pan, is to put it on low and make sure. Well, I've only had to season like a virgin pan once, which is like, you don't even find those anymore unless you buy one. I would like to just make sure it's nice and hot. I get it hot over and over again so it's smoky, and make sure I open up the windows and the doors and everything else so the smoke alarm doesn't go off. And then you take that salt and oil mixture and you just rub it in and rub it in and rub it in. And then you pour it out the pan, and then you start again and you rub it in and rub it in and rub it in, so that you're getting out any of the old stuff, burns off like cleaning an oven. And then you introduce this new oil, which gets into where you want it to be, and just go over and over and over again until you can cook an egg on it and it doesn't stick. That's pretty much it. That's it.
Really?
It takes time though. I mean, and it takes time, and steel and iron are very hard to keep seasoned if you have any kind of humidity. Oh my God, New Orleans, please.
So
So
I
there was a
can't use
question.
cast iron. Wait a second. I have a glass cooktop stove also, Carl, and I use cast iron. Am I not supposed to?
Oh, I think that's fine as long as you don't get angry and throw the cast iron down on it. I think it should be fine. That should be fine. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't put.
Maybe because
Did I
it's
say something about?
good, I guess.
No, no. Glass tops are totally fine. They're totally legit. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite friends in Atlanta and she has a glass top stove cooker, and I'm there all. I mean, well, I used to be all the time before COVID, but all the time cooking there. So I mean, you can use anything on that. It's terrific. It's great. It's great. I am one of those chefs that is not too snobby about electric and stuff, because I understand that that's how life is, and a lot of people have it. So don't be a
And
jerk about it. I mean,
it's super hip to have electric now. You know, in California, no, it it's
well,
like
yeah,
it's
I
like
mean, for a lot of
quinoa. No
reasons.
quinoa, no gas stoves. It's not hip.
Okay, well, good. So, great. I know it's obviously, well, in case you didn't know, part of the charm of New Orleans is that we are 20 years behind everybody else. So in 20 years, all these gas stoves, they'll be underwater, but that's another topic.
Yeah. You'll be like
well, moving on. Okay, somebody said something about what did they say? They didn't say farberware. What did they say? Another kind of Revireware. I wanted to respect that comment because a lot of people love their Revireware. I personally have never experienced Revireware that I loved, but if you love it, then buy it and keep buying it. But I have found Revireware, the quality that I've been exposed to, there may be a higher grade. Like, you know, every brand has their like bottom barrel, middle barrel, and upper echelon. I've never experienced the upper grade of Revireware, but pretty much it's cheap, you know, stainless steel with a plastic handle that falls apart in like 5 years. I wouldn't waste my money on any of the Revireware that I've ever encountered, unless I was desperate in a thrift store. But if they make good stuff, then go with it. I would still go with something that has a steel handle and not a plastic handle, because to me, you have to be able to put any pan in an oven. But that's also because I'm a professional chef. But you know, I'm sure there's good Revireware out there. I haven't found it yet. So,
I like
Jenna's putting on her apron.
I like Melissa's comment where she said she's from New York and she was embarrassed because when she moved, she didn't have a gas stove because, right. Yeah, well, same thing. Oh yeah, I have old Revireware also. Scratching or breaking.
And I'm not trying to be like a jerk about it, but I mean, honestly, I have never experienced Revireware that I have, and I've wanted to. God, I've wanted to, but I just can't. I've never found any that I want. I always want to just pitch it in the trash. But if you love it, then keep doing it. I'm not going to talk crap about it. I'm sorry if I already did, but if you like, girl, it's like anything else. If you love it, go with it.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to have a pan to be able to put it in the oven.
And if you're purchasing, okay, very important point here. If you're purchasing cookware.
Totally understand. Hi, Laura.
Okay.
Sorry,
you're purchasing cookware, you don't need a lot of it. You need like 8 pieces of cookware. That's all you need. 8. I'm like, you need 8 knives. You don't need 1,000 knives. 8 pieces of cookware. You need a good big pot, a slightly smaller pot, a really small pot, couple of good saute pans, and then like, Jesus, maybe a steamer or something with like a basket inside it you can steam on, and a lid that fits. That's it. That's all.
I have one of those everything pans. Do you know about the everything
Oh
pan?
Yeah. I have one that was a gift to me. It's fantastic.
It's fantastic, but it's not the only pan you'll ever. They're like, it's like you can do everything in it. I'm
okay,
like,
maybe I don't know what an everything pan is. Maybe I don't know what is an every. Okay, Jenna, you tell me. What is an everything pan?
I'm gonna pop popcorn in it. Hold on, I'll show you.
Oh, I would love that. I thought you were talking about like one of those pots that has like a steamer and another steamer inside of it. I love it, but it's not my only pan. Like I said, 8 pans.
It's called an Our Place pan.
Oh, I've never seen that before. That looks nice. Great. Okay.
But I need more than this one pan. It says people, they're all like these kids that they go, this is the only pan that I need because I'm a minimalist. And whatever. Give me a fucking pan. I'm going to use
Dude,
my grandpa's.
I'm not a minimalist, but I'll tell you what. I know 8 pans that you need. I'm going to show them to you right now. Hold that thought.
I knew this was going to be fun tonight. Woo!
Yeah, girl. You got this. Wait, where's my thing? There it is. It's in the back. Oh, God.
Melissa, come hang out with us on the show sometime. You're in Florida. We're in Florida. Oh, you passed in Florida. I do this show every day, Melissa. 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week.
All right, so.
Nice.
First up, the brazier. Everybody needs one. Drop down and buy one. They're not that expensive. Usually under $100. Get the kind that's big, strong bottom. You got to have it. This will fit on. I'm telling you what. Every single person here needs to drop what they're doing. Forget flowers for Valentine's Day and get your person one of these. Because I'll tell you, if they like to cook,
or buy it for yourself,
for whenever, for tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday. Happy Friday.
I don't have one.
Now for real. Brazier. Great. This was a gift to me from my former stepmother. I always wanted one, and I use it probably once a week for everything. You can make everything in this. It will change your life if you like to cook. Oh, and it comes with a lid too, but it's over there. I thought
this pan was going to change my life. It promised me it would change my life.
Well, see, they're very similar, but not the same. Why? Because this one's cooler. I don't know why. And also, this is the one I was talking about, the high-sided ones. And then you got the thing. Great. And then it's got the steamer, clam steamer, vegetable steamer. It's actually a beautiful little setup here. You can do all kinds of shit with that. And then you got, already mentioned, as before mentioned, saute pans, heavy duty. You can't even tell how heavy these are. They're terrific. These are the all-clads. Don't punk out on your pots and pans. You don't need a lot of pots and pans. You just need a couple of good ones. You only got 4 damn burners, girl, and 2 hands. You can't do it all. 8 great pans, 2 hands, that's all you need. And of course, 8 great knives.
And then sometime, hey, what are you doing next Thursday night? Do you want to come back?
Of course. We haven't made popcorn yet, though. Am I done yet? No.
No. Okay, all right. No. I just was seeing. I'm having so much fun.
Shit, I'm taking up too much time talking about pots and pans.
No, not at all. I'm just thinking there's so many things I want to ask you about.
Okay, all right, okay. I'm going to stop talking now. You keep talking.
No. We're not stopping anything. What I'd like to know is tell us about Melissa King. Who's Melissa King?
Oh, Melissa King, aka my best friend since like 5th freaking grade. Are you kidding me? So Melissa and I we've been friends ever since 5th grade, and she is the most beautiful, terrific, fantastic, lovely person I've known all throughout. We call each other every year on our birthdays, and oftentimes between then, we have never fallen out of touch because she's my heart, and whenever we do lose touch, we always seem to find a way to get back together. And I love her from the bottom of my heart. She says, no kidding. Like literally the most gorgeous woman I've ever known. And I can never figure out why everyone wasn't in love with her. And that's pretty much it.
Well, so Melissa and Gina and I, the 3 of us need to hang.
Yeah, no, she's terrific. She's terrific. She lives in Daytona Beach. She's like, we're the oldest friends ever. She's my first bestie from the heart.
Very cool. Well, here's
the heart.
Some nice applause for Melissa. Yeah. These are New Orleans earrings. That's why I have these on tonight.
Oh.
And it's getting closer. I think.
I know.
Sean and I are like. Sean and I are next.
Oh my God! I gotta start dressing. I gotta start decorating my bras. Starting to try on my costume yesterday, and I'm like getting ready because I'm in a walking crew still. Doing the walking crew, girl. Doing it.
Everyone wants popcorn now. Okay, so I have my pants.
Popcorn. Okay, let me put away my pants.
And next Thursday night. Okay, so tomorrow morning Armando. Tomorrow night Displaced and Share. Saturday morning Jeff Metzger. Saturday night Gary Lambert. Sunday morning, really important show. We're going to talk about incontinence. And
Oh,
I
Oh,
know,
sorry.
but it's real. It's a thing. And I have a nurse that's on. She's been a nurse for 38 years.
okay.
So she knows her shit.
Oh, shut up. Is that no, that's a joke.
No.
Dude, that's not even, oh,
And
you're not
then
trusting
Sunday
me?
night, poetry glam. And Monday
Favorite
morning,
dentist.
we do movement and meandering. And Monday night is Monday Night Movie Club. And this week's rom-com Monday Night Movie Club, if you haven't seen Tinder Swindler yet, it's on Netflix. Pelvic floor. It's about the type, exactly. Tinder Swindler. Yeah, check
Okay.
it out. The Starling, Tinder Swindler, and there was another one we were talking about, and let me see what it was really quick because I totally spaced, but I don't. Oh, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. It was romance
That's
rom-coms, but Tinder Swindler sort of fell in, and it's really quite. It's nothing I didn't know already, but.
Can I make a recommendation for awesome, romantic, quirky comedy thing? It's Korean. And you gotta hunt it down. It used to be on Netflix, but they took it off. But if you hunted it down, everyone will love it. And it's called oh god, I'm gonna blank now. No, it's the at the edge of this something at the edge. I'm gonna figure it out before the end of it. It was in my head when you were talking, and I lost it. But it's like the.
You want me to keep talking?
Nope, you keep talking. You keep talking. I'm gonna write it down and figure it out.
Tinder Swindler. Watch it.
I'm gonna
So
write
the
that down.
Monday Night Movie Club it's the platform is Netflix because most people have Netflix. And if you don't, there are people here that are willing to share their Netflix. So that's why. Have you watched Midnight Diner?
I'm not.
Ooh,
Is
Gina.
that also Netflix?
I think it's either Netflix or that other one where you buy stuff from. I can't remember.
Hulu or Prime?
Yeah, Prime. I just don't say it out loud.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't. So I have my pan. I have truffle oil. I have popcorn. I've been waiting for this. I was told that there's this really good popcorn somewhere in Kansas City, but I still never
Really?
heard the name of it yet or saw a photograph or got anything in the mail, but that's okay. But I have some organic popcorn here grown in Berrien County, Michigan, and I have truffle oil. Oh, Rob Morocco wants you to cook up a muffaletta.
You don't cook a muffaletta, you prepare a muffaletta. But I love you, Rob. I love you. I'm sorry, I don't have my meat. I don't have my deli slicer here in my kitchen, but next time I promise I'll pull it out for you.
So maybe next week, a muffaletta.
Yeah. Now, okay, I'll
But if you guys have questions,
what is a sandwich, bruh? No, I mean I could make something else, but not a muffaletta. I mean,
you guys
it's a
think
sandwich.
of
I mean,
something fun. Or
I can
how to
stack
make
up some meats and cheeses on some bread.
think of something fun that we would have to make. Okay, so I'm gonna walk over with my pan to my stove.
Outcast on the edge of the moon. That's it.
My electric stove.
Yes, do it.
Maybe I could turn this. I can turn this a little bit.
That would be good. So we can see you.
You can see the t-shirt?
All I can see is myself right now in the corner. Can't see you at all.
What?
I can't see you at all. You have to turn your camera a little bit. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful.
11 with Jenna t-shirts. Okay.
I know.
Yeah, okay, there's my stove.
Passed away on the moon.
So what are we making? What am I doing?
All right, so you're taking your big fat heavy duty pot. You're getting some neutral oil. Don't make it anything like extra virgin olive oil or anything that's got too much flavor in it. You want it to be like corn oil, safflower oil, canola oil, mixed blended vegetable oil, whatever you're comfortable using. Get it nice and hot so that it's wavy and not too smoky. So anytime you want to cook something, you always want to get your oil wavy, not too smoky. That's
I either have
the rule.
olive oil or coconut oil.
Is it extra virgin olive oil?
Yes.
Go for coconut oil. That has a much higher smoke point. Smoke point is the temperature it can get to when it starts to smoke and get kind of funky. Coconut oil has a much higher smoke point.
I have jars of coconut oil in different places in my house.
I love that about you. It's one of the things I love about you, Jenna.
Who needs coconut oil? Okay, so I have the pan on.
Yeah. So get it hot so it's wavy and not too smoky.
How much coconut oil?
Oh, I would do about 1/4 cup.
I have MCT oil, I have coconut, I have all kinds of coconut preparations.
Whichever one you like the most.
Okay, let's see.
The one that is probably the most refined, the least virgin, the most refined, whatever you have.
Well, this is it's organic coconut oil.
Perfect. So use that.
1/4 cup, that's a lot, yeah?
Depends on what you call a lot. Put that shit in there, girl. You know you want it.
Okay.
1/4 cup is not a lot of oil when you're making popcorn. No, it's got to absorb. I mean, popcorn absorbs the oil. It's delicious. It's gonna make it taste better. See, this is why people like to dine out. They don't know how much salt and fat goes into their food. If they did, they would never dine out.
Oh, I know. That's what.
Oh,
When I
everybody's
make my popcorn though, I make popcorn with like this much olive oil. This much. That tiny.
I air pop my popcorn. Are you kidding me? I use no oil, but you know, we're on 11/11 with Jenna, so we're going all out.
Now the truffle oil is for later, yeah?
Later, that's a finishing oil. It's a finishing oil. It's not to be cooked. Yeah, it would ruin it.
I'm just checking to see. So we still have some people here.
Okay.
Come
well, hey, girl, it's okay too. Hey, is Melissa still here? If you are, I love you, girl.
Melissa's still here.
Okay. Yay.
It's not getting hot yet. I even have I have coconut canna oil kind of thing too.
Oh, that's terrific. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's delicious.
It's medicinal coconut oil.
Oh, cool. I love that. So get that oil hot and put about, I don't know how big your pot is, but I never do more than 1/4 cup of in any normal pot. I wouldn't do more than 1/4 cup of popcorn. You don't think it's much, and all of a sudden it's like taking over your kitchen, right? So like 1/4 cup of dry popcorn, maybe 1/3. Popcorn. Sure, I don't know. I everything's skewed. Just saying. 1/3 cup at most.
Larger.
It's all good. And then throw that in there and put a lid. The key is a tight fitting lid, because believe it or not, those corn kernels still have moisture in them. That's what's boiling. That's going to come to a boil. And the way you increase the pressure is to put your lid on nice and tight on your popcorn. And it makes that water that's inside those corn kernels still, it's going to boil faster and make them pop better. So the tighter your lid, the better the pop.
I do enjoy a good air popped popcorn.
Yeah. And then I put all the shit on it later. That's just me. Oh, I want to talk about that too. I did last night. I have beautiful spices to put on it.
It's not wavy yet.
Oh, yeah. Turn up your heat a little bit. Oh, right. You have electric, so turn it up a little bit more. It may take an extra minute, but it'll get there. It will.
Okay. A good pop. I love a good pop. Melissa King likes a good pop too. So wonderful. Why not olive oil in popcorn?
Okay, so as I mentioned, like any kind of extra virgin olive oil or extra virgin anything, especially olive oil, coconut oil has a higher smoke point. Extra virgin olive oil is really actually intended to be a finishing oil, not just for the flavor, but there are actually elements inside of the oil that begin to break down. They're so virgin, to put it any other way, that they break down in heat.
It's carcinogenic almost, or no?
Okay, so you've heard about like oxidizing. They oxidize, right? They oxidize early. So what do we all want to do with blueberries? What do we want to do with cranberries? What do we want to do? They're antioxidants, right? So if something's oxidizing, it's not good for our bodies, right? We want to antioxidize it. So we don't want to heat the oil so it oxidizes at an early rate. We want to take it in oil in its purest form so that it's not going to do damage to our bodies, right? No free radicals. We just want to have olive oil in its purest state and not have it oxidized, so we don't have to intake more antioxidants to counteract it. Is that clear?
Rob Morocco said to spit in the pan like the chefs do. Do chefs spit in pans to see if it's hot enough?
Spit in a pan? Okay, true story. I used to, but it's disgusting. I was a teenager. Now I find something like, I don't know, a pan of water, and I put my fingers in it and snap that. And so no, I don't spit in a pan, but it will spitting in a pan will kill all the bacteria, but it's still gross. And yeah, we don't do that. No. I've never actually spat in a pan. I would do this. I'd go.
I don't think so. Okay, so I put the popcorn in. Now, do I start shaking it right away?
Yeah, you got to shake it right away. Again, right? All those little tiny corn kernels got a little bit of steam in them. They got a little bit of moisture in them. They're like ready to do that thing. And so they're going to start popping. And you got to keep moving. Otherwise, you're going to burn the bottom. Yep. I know. Chicken. But isn't there a song for that?
Shake it, baby. Shake it all you can tonight.
I can't believe I'm coming up blank on this one. Wait. Wait. Shake a tail feather, baby. Right? Isn't that somebody? Right, yeah.
No, but you know, remember the song "Shake It, Baby"? Shake it all you can tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
It won't last forever. It's happening.
All I know is that there has to be some song about shaking that one of your people knows about. They can give us some like input so you can sing it, or I can sing it. Somebody can. What is it?
Shake it. It's popping. Tina Turner.
Pop.
I want to look in the pan.
You can't. I want to pop your face. This is the silliest thing ever. I love it. It's like
hear it? Can you hear it popping?
Of course I can hear it popping. So the reason that we're doing this, y'all, is because I work at a school, and we were gonna do this event. They were like, we don't want to have expensive appetizers. I was like, how about popcorn?
Wow, it's so gray over here.
But I had to make it fancy. So I said, well, how about truffle popcorn? So I bought a big fat bottle of truffle oil and poured it on top. It was delicious. And so now this is what we're doing because I make it at home and it's great. That's what this is all about. It was just a great way to make a nice snack. It doesn't cost a lot of money, but it's super delicious. So here it is. All right, Jenna, you good?
It's still popping.
All right. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, that reminds me of, oh God, so many things. Can't figure out pop, pop, pop.
Okay.
All right. So the key also to salting popcorn is to have very fine salt. They actually make something called popcorn salt. That is the finest salt of all. It's like the confectioner sugar of salt. True story. And they make it called popcorn salt, so it sticks to the popcorn. As soon as the popcorn comes out, it's still steaming. So it sticks to the steam and adheres to the popcorn. Table salt will do, but it tends to go to the bottom of the bowl, right? So you end up with like salty bottom. But if you get popcorn salt, which you can buy at a lot of grocery stores, just saying it's worth the investment. Do not use kosher salt unless it's all you have, which that's all I have at my house. No, it's not anymore. You're right. It's not. Kosher salt is not the best. Kosher salt is great for salads, not for popcorn. See, there is a difference. Yes, I do have 3 types of salt at my house.
What about sea salt from the ocean?
As long as it's very fine, it's best of all. Fine. And if you want your salt finer, put it in your Cuisinart or your what do they call this?
Isn't that a pretty pan of popcorn?
Gorgeous. That pan is everything.
Pretty pan, pretty pan. Ooh, it's good. think I popped every single kernel.
How terrific. That's good quality popcorn you got there, Jenna.
Yeah, it's from a
Sometimes, you get some dogs.
What? My dog loves popcorn.
I'm sure.
I'll bring you some popcorn, Mama. I'll put it in this is how I eat my popcorn in my non-veg. So you're saying
what you got?
Himalayan salt is no bueno for the popcorn?
Oh no, it's not that it's not good. It's just that fine salt is the best because it actually sticks to the popcorn when it comes out, of being popped. So kosher salt tends to fall off. That's why we love it for salads and we hate it for popcorn. But middle of the ground. Huh?
Do you remember what I told you what I do with my popcorn when I make it? I put the salt in with the oil before I put
yeah. And that works. That's a good idea. I've never done that, but it sounds like if it works for you, I will try it. I will totally try that.
Melissa says she looks like an animal eating.
Be nice. No.
She said that.
Oh, she looks like an animal. She's an animal. Yeah.
Her dog likes popcorn too.
Oh, I wish I could see all the comments. Love you, Melissa.
You can go back and see them.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You eat it one by one or a bunch at once?
Me? It depends. Honestly, it depends. I tend to be more of a one by one person. That's just the way I eat. Usually eat.
I grew up with this friend of mine. She ate popcorn like this.
Yeah, I'm not that person.
What? And I'd be like.
And how long were you friends with her? I'd be like, stop it. What was that from?
I was over here like this. She'd be like.
I'm a little bit more like, you good?
You could hear her squeaking. Squeak.
Hey, look, everybody's got their thing. I ain't judging.
Melissa says she starts with one by one and then forget it. I think I do about, let me see. I think I do 2 and I try to do 3.
Right. Every now and then I get excited and I have a couple at a time, especially when the seasoning gets going on. That's what I really wanted to talk about too. Seasoning. So how is the truffle popcorn? Do you like it?
This is just plain popcorn right now with salt.
Oh, you haven't put the truffle oil on it yet. Well, that's why. All right. So
I have truffle butter too, though. I could melt truffle butter.
This is really super cool. Like exactly, truffle butter would be a great way to do it. But seasoned popcorn. Go ahead. Sorry.
My friend John R. Burr's here. In the morning, it's everywhere. Melissa, you're very funny.
Yeah, she's terrific. I love her.
This is funny. Yeah, I think I was trying to see it. So I'm not, if I eat one piece of popcorn, I'm like, not enough. 2 at a time. Definitely 2.
So what I was going to say was like seasoning popcorn is really cool because you get to do it after, sometimes after you can do it before, like you with salt, which I think is terrific. I've not done it just because I don't know. I just never did it. Doesn't mean it's not good because you didn't do it, but there are spices you can add. And so one of the things when I was working at Edible Schoolyard, we would do is instead of doing like cheddar cheese or any kind of cheese, we do brewer's yeast, which has that Parmesan. Huh? Nutritional yeast.
I love it.
Yeah. It has that Parmesan-y flavor, but it's vegan and it's super healthy, like major healthy. So we do that and like lots of stuff like chili, anything you put in the chili. So it was all like cumin and chili powder and like lime zest and stuff. We throw it all in there and the kids would go batshit. They couldn't believe it was good for them. And they had very little. I mean, we would, of course, do it like you did on the stovetop, but I sometimes do popcorn at my house, just air popped with no fat. But here's what I do. I put a little bit of oil on it in the bowl to make sure all the spices stick. And then I season it with the spices. It doesn't take more than, I swear to God, for a personal, I'm going to say dose of popcorn, which is like, I'd maybe a quarter cup of dry popcorn to eat. I may put a teaspoon of oil in there and then all the spices stick and whatever you want to add. And recently, just yesterday, I got a gift, weirdly, timing, was an air popper from a friend of mine, from a coworker, actually. He's like, I had 2 of these, here's one. And I put in some spices I put in some interesting spices, and it was so delicious. And it wasn't too rich. It wasn't too greasy. It wasn't too anything. It had no dairy and no, it was totally gluten-free. And I was like, man, this is delicious. And so that was my snack. I love it. I love it. I'm all for it.
I like to put hatch chili on my
popcorn. Nice. So do you use a fresh chili, a dry chili, a ground dried chili? Like
the dried chili Rista right there?
Actually, my face is covering it in here right now because I'm in my right corner. You're pointing at me right now, in my view. You literally are pointing at me right now.
You see me?
Yes.
That's my chili right there.
But what you don't see is that in my view, I'm in your upper right corner where you're pointing. That's okay. I can imagine it.
I'm pointing at you, girl.
Jenna's chili. Got it.
Hatch chili from New Mexico.
Okay, so yeah. That's it. That's what I got. So
so what are you gonna cook next week?
Oh, I don't know. What do you feel like cooking? I mean, it could be anything.
What do you guys wanted to cook? Because you did an omelet. That was fun.
You tell me what you want, and I can cook it myself, or I can work with Jenna.
What's another midnight snack you like?
Me?
Your son, your son.
Oh God, you're gonna think it's weird. What kind of snacks do I like? Okay, I'm gonna tell you my favorite snack. You want to know it? Short grain brown rice, plain yogurt, and Indian pickle. True story. I love it. It's my favorite snack. I love it. I always have that shit in my refrigerator.
Say it again.
Short grain brown rice, plain yogurt, and Indian pickle. Gunda pickle. Gunda. Gunda pickle. Best fucking shit ever. It's the best thing. It's salty. It's spicy. It's oily. It's delicious. People always ask me, "Are you pregnant?" I'm like, "No. I just love short grain brown rice. It can't be long grain. Fucking. I always have that shit around. It's weird. It's my favorite snack. Okay. Chef snacks. You want to talk weird? Should be an entire blog dedicated to chef snacks because I don't want to eat like Caesar salad. If I could cross my eyes, I would. I mean, please. I mean, I'll eat it if I have to, but my God, I've made so much Caesar salad in my life. I can't eat it anymore with those bitches. Right. No, I honestly, I will eat. You know what? I also really love toasted rye bread with cream cheese. Love it. That's it. I can eat that 5 times a day. A little bit. Not a lot of cream cheese.
Suggesting bananas Foster.
I can make bananas Foster. It's not a snack. Dessert. It's a meal. Could be breakfast. Be a delicious breakfast. Terrific breakfast. With a if you serve that shit on brioche toast, it's a breakfast. A healthy breakfast in New Orleans. What's the name of
the restaurant? I've been to that restaurant.
Commander's.
Wasn't Commander's Palace.
Brennan's.
Maybe Brennan's.
They're all the same. They're all owned by the same family. I mean, yes. Yeah.
But I think
Commander's Palace is where they had them. I'm sorry, where they made Brennan's Foster.
That's okay. You interrupt me all the time. I'm used to it now. I just eat popcorn instead.
No, that's why you invited a chef on, right? So you can be interrupted. Mm-hmm. But we do.
Do you watch any cooking shows?
No, not anymore. Not after like the 4th season of Top Chef. I gave up. And Chopped. I had some friends on Chopped, but no, I don't. Not anymore. I just can't. I honestly, it's become too. The Great British Baking Show. Fake? The Great British Baking Show is terrific.
I love that.
I love it. I've only seen the first like 2 or 3 seasons, only because my son and I would watch it together, and he got a girlfriend and I got busy and not in that good way, but just like I got doing other things, and I would still go back. It was in Mary Perry was still on there. Mary Berry was still on.
I've
I
only
haven't
seen
seen any
it
of.
a handful of
Oh,
times.
it's terrific. It's terrific. So I love that. I love it. It's calming. It's not American. That's why. Yeah.
You're
Up
like
until
me, like people go, you don't watch The Voice? You don't watch the American whatever singing
no,
thing
it's
anymore?"
horrible. You're like, oh, God, it's painful. Yeah, it's painful to watch. And it's so, yeah. That's why cops don't watch, like, police shows. It's the same thing. Girl, I'm not kidding. Same thing. Cops don't sit down and watch, yeah, I'm going to catch a new thing of, like, CSI New Orleans. They're like, I don't want to fuck it. It's some bullshit. That was bullshit.
I never
Honestly,
watched
though,
CSI
Top Chef was legit for the first couple seasons. It was.
And
then
what
they
happened?
realized that they could make a lot of money, and I was like, fuck it. They tried.
Night, Patty. Happy Florida to you. All right, girlie. Well, I'll see you next Thursday, yes?
I'll be
And
here.
if you can't make it, you can't make it.
That was so funny when I got your text at 1 a.m. I thought it was like, I thought you were doing, like, I swear to God, a 2222 tribute to 11/11. I was like, oh shit, I missed my 24-hour call.
I thought about it. I thought about putting on 2222.
And I was like, oh shit, I missed it. So I'm glad that I didn't miss it. And it was just
I'm
a
glad you
timing
were
thing.
still awake to retrieve my message. I thought, wow, she's up. Cool.
I wasn't supposed to be, but I got caught up and I was watching Dope Sick, and it made me like sick. So I was just like obsessing about how horrible things are and how good they could be and things. And so I was watching that. I was like, go to bed, Melita. And I got your thing. And
what were you watching?
It's on Hulu called Dope Sick with Michael Keaton.
Sick.
It's about the opioid pandemic and how it was created by a pharmaceutical company in the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
And it's really sad, but mostly it makes you angry. Some people get sad, I get angry. That's why I wasn't sleeping.
Yeah. Understood. Well, yeah. I have my popcorn.
But anyway, I will definitely be back. That's why I was up so late. But I will be back next Thursday to talk about. I want suggestions from your people.
We'll come up with some ideas this week. Well,
we'll cook it up, and you and I will talk about things. Yeah.
Okay.
Good things.
Talk. Do you have a letter for me?
Jeez Louise. Let me think for a second. E. I want an E. Yes. E for Elliot, my son, Elliot. My son.
Elliot. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. And I think the reason why he is so cute is he looks just like his mama. Oh my goodness, when I saw him, I thought I saw a twin of you. And my goodness, both of you are so beautiful, handsome. And I'm so glad you're here tonight. Gina, Melita, you are out of sight. Cooking in the kitchen with Chef Gina. Popcorn is the way. And everybody's here to say how much of a good time they had today, tonight. All right, tonight. 11/11 with Jenna, all right. And Gina, Melita, yes, we're sisters, born of different mothers. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and be real nice. And like she said, E for Elliot. Let me try right now. So from your thoughts, make them elegant. And your words, make them enormous. And from your heart, make it an energetic heart. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Thank you, Gina, Melita.
Love you, Jenna.
I love you too. Love hard, everybody.
Love hard. You too, Melissa. Love you most.
See you again, Melissa. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hi, Mama.